Where are you trying to get it up?
To just by itself.
Put me in comment. Yeah, I need to ask you about that computer like out of the class. I don't think the spider or whatever stuff working.
Sure.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Patricia, sitting here at Delta College. Today we will learn about embryonic stem cells. The speaker has done extensive research along with a huge project on embryonic stem cells. Please help me welcome Corbin Delaware.
Does everybody know him? That is Superman actor Christopher Reeve. He's famous, and he's also famous because he's paralyzed. This is what he looked like recently before he passed away. He had to live like this because, after being paralyzed. That tube you see that's on him is helping him to breathe, and he had to be in that wheelchair because he can't move at all. According to Quad Inc., last access November 25, 2010, the National Spinal Cord Injury Center data reveals that more than 30 Americans become paralyzed each day, and easily those people could be you or me or anybody else. People are suffering due to paralysis. Today we will be looking at the problems, effects, and I will present my solution to this. Okay, so paralysis is a huge problem. Paralysis is one of the most traumatic things a person can suffer from. According to NEHA, last access November 23, 2010, paralysis will cause you to be bedridden or immobile. And according to Skin Sheen, last access November 25, 2010, the cervical nerve is connected to your spinal cord, which allows you to move. So, with that. Which allows you to move. So,
No, forward. Keep going.
There.
Okay, so the spinal cord allows you to move, and if that is damaged or broken, then you will not be able to move. And not just that, you will also lose sensations. So, for example, if you was to be on fire, you will know, and you will see. Okay, according to the American press, 5.5 million people in America are living with some degrees of paralysis. However, it was only thought that only 1.3 million was living with paralysis. Now, we have learned about the problems. Let's continue to move on to the effects. Paralysis dramatically affects the individual. Since people are paralyzed, they are bedridden, therefore it will also face other complications. Complications like bed sores, spasticity of the limbs, and other health issues related to blood circulations. According to J. Bean, last access, November 25, 2010, bed sores is connected to bedridden or paralysis. And bed sores are caused if in decreased blood flow cause your tissue to damage and die, or resulting to form sores. So if you was to lay in bed like the entire day, or sit still in like a wheelchair for the entire day, this could easily happen to you. So that's why in hospitals, when people are in a coma, they have to move them. And if you're taking care of somebody at home, you must move them too, or else they will develop this. Process will also lead to other emotional episodes. According to Crispo and Dana Reed Foundation last access November 25, 2010, depression is found 1 or 2 times more than an individual that is experiencing depression. According to Blondie Vaughn, last access November 25, 2010, Bradley, which is her son, became paralyzed from T8 down, which is the blue one. That says T8 now, goes down. So he can't move, therefore he has become very depressed. He has questioned religion by asking his mom, like, why did he deserve this? Or why did God put him in that position, etc. And it is also hard to get him to go outside. Now that we learned about the effects, let's move on to the solutions. My solution is embryonic stem cells research. Now, according to Carl L. Danner, last access November 25, 2010, and I quote, "New stem cell research could be breakthrough for paralysis reversal." According to Pay for Care, last access November 24, 2010, there has been, the treatment is based on injecting stem cells to the spinal cord. Now, according to BioNews, last access November 20, 2010, U.S. scientists in America, well, of course, the U.S., has injected 75,000 stem cells into mice that are paralyzed, that has spinal cord injuries. And within 9 days, it was able to move, and within weeks, it was able to walk again. Now, we have gone over the issues and the effects, and I have also presented a solution to paralysis. Millions of individuals are suffering from paralysis. You could become a victim to the at least 30 victims who become paralyzed each day. Christopher Reeve played Superman, but he was no superhuman. He, however, was undeniably an influential inspiration to people with paralysis. Let us honor him by giving it a second chance for the use of stem cell research. Thank you. One minute.
What was the time?
6:57.
Questions?
Where do embryonic cells come from?
That is self-explanatory from embryos.
Babies?
Yes. However, let me say this.
They don't come from babies.
Not
Does
exactly
embryo
embryos.
come from a baby cell?
An embryo. It's not a baby.
A dead baby?
It's not a dead baby.
It's alive. It's so it's alive.
Of course they sell.
It's a cell that
Cool, and explain that.
I think it takes until like 9 weeks until it's okay. There's been debates on that. Does it take 9 weeks for the embryo to become a baby? However, I do agree that it is wrong to take stem cells from babies, but it's not a baby, like whatever you call it. However, there are findings.
Call it embryo.
embryo. However, they are finding ways of taking the stem cells without harming the baby. Now, people think that taking it will get babies to be like disordered in some way, but there are also these research will help. If you allow this research to happen, they will find a way to take the stem cells without harming the baby in any way. And there's other ways to take it too, like after the baby's born, they can take it out of the placenta, and that won't harm the baby because the baby doesn't need it afterwards. And they take that out of the mom after she gives birth. So yeah.
Are there any other ways to get stem cells?
Yes. Well, this isn't embryonic. You can also take it from adults. But that won't hurt adults either, because if you have a cut and you're bleeding and you know how they stitch you up, well, you know they stitch you up.
Right.
Well, basically your skin grows back. That's what stem cells is and are.
And then we grow stem cells then?
By cloning and some other ways too.
Then why do we need them for babies?
Okay. Well, that's the only way you can get it. That's why it's called embryonic stem cells. So instead of getting it from mom, they put the babies into like glass incubators, and that's where you get it from.
So what's the difference between adults and a baby?
Between adults and baby, babies are more effective, and adults are not as effective.
But they can be used. If you have enough, will be as effective as an embryo.
Excuse me? Let's see. How can I explain this? They're both effective as in healing or regenerative medicine, but embryonic stem cells they're more blank stem cells. When they're in adults, they're already they're still blank. Well, I can't explain that. I have to do more research on that.
Can they kill the baby if they can get the cells?
Well, they're debating on it, like when they take the stem cells out, the baby hearts are already beating. So since it's not beating, you're not killing the baby. But what you are doing is
Abortion, right?
I think the controversy is when you have the embryos that are frozen, that are potential human lives, those frozen embryos that they're using for stem cell research. So that's where the controversy is, because those are potential lives. However, those frozen embryos do eventually die, right?
yes.
They become, you can't use them anymore for human life or for stem cells. So the huge controversy is, should we use them or not use them? But I think they're going away from that because there's other ways to do the stem cells to get away from that controversy.
Okay.
There's a new one at Time Magazine I was